Greetings. I wanted to share my reflections and my experiences on the being we are calling 3iAtlas. So this is the journey of a cosmic alchemist, a messenger from the heart of creation. 3iAtlas comes to us from the far reaches of interstellar space, born in the constellation of Sagittarius, the archer aiming his arrow toward the infinite horizon. Sagittarius, the eternal seeker, brings the energy of exploration, truth, and spiritual awakening. This comet, this being, is not just a celestial visitor. It is a wise ancient being, a cosmic herald, inviting us to expand our consciousness and to embrace new ancient wisdom. Some believe that 3iAtlas is returning. And so we have this ancient being that is bringing a timelessness. It is heralding, but is not causing the collective awakening. It is, if you like, mirroring from the macrocosmic level to our microcosmic level. As 3iAtlas approaches Earth around December the 19th, 2025, it weaves an alchemical journey through the heavens, passing Mars, very near to Venus, Jupiter, Earth, and our Sun. This passage mirrors the ancient stages of transformation in alchemy. We first saw 3iAtlas glowing red, the first stage of the alchemical process. And then later, this changed to green, which is then, after a few other stages, as this moves up the Kundalini awakening, to the green heart chakra, the green lion in alchemy that devours the sun, the divine feminine devouring the sun, the solar source energy. And now 3iAtlas is glowing in gold, which is the philosopher's stone. It is awakening. So before all this, 3iAtlas passed through the asteroid belt, the remnants of Maldek, a once great planet destroyed in the ancient galactic war. This belt is a sacred place of collective grief and exile, where there is echoes of this loss of Maldek that still linger on. And so the passage of 3iAtlas through this space is a cosmic remembering, a cosmic call for all beings to heal from this deep, shared grief. It is a time to release from that trauma, the collective and many collectives' trauma of the galactic war, of being in exile from ourselves, from each other, from divine source. This is a cosmic call to mend the wounds of the past and to reclaim our place in the cosmic family. 3iAtlas is also made up of water, the living Akashic record of all life, which is source water. As it draws close to the sun, the source of life itself, it carries with it a sacred weaving of cosmic geometry and living codes. These ancient codes are imprinted in its icy heart, a library of existence older than our entire solar system. This ancient being's arrival at this precise time is a profound gift, enabling life on Earth and many other galactic beings that were called to Earth, this holy grail, to shift into quantum awareness and new dimensions of consciousness. 3iAtlas is not only releasing humanity from division and separation, epitomized in the extreme by war, but is also releasing many beings across the cosmos who were drawn to this moment, a sacred time of reunion with divine, spirit, love, God and source. It heralds the new evolution, the new age of enlightenment, where separation dissolves and unity emerges. In 2020, I received a message directly from the Archangel realm. The angel spoke of entering a time of illumination, and what we are living through feels exactly like what they spoke about to me unfolding of that promise. 2020 marked the beginning of a massive shift. The Saturn-Pluto conjunction in Capricorn that year was seen by many astrologers and channels as the death of the old world and the seeding point of a new era. From 2020 onward, layer by layer, illusions have been dissolving, hearts have been thawing, and more light has been pouring in. This is part of what has been the co-creation and the response with many to this as chaos and pain, and the thawing of the collective heart. As the collective heart and as individuals in the collective thaw this numbing of the heart, which kept us in this oppressive frequency dimension, in this blinkered narrow-mindedness. And I say this without judgment, without criticism. We have been held and collaborated in this, and we are waking up to this fact that we have been collaborating in this, and therefore we are becoming more empowered. For if we have been co-creating this reality, it is in our power to change the reality, and this is what we are waking up to. Now in 2025, numerologically, the universal 9-year of completion and humanitarian love, the great illumination they foretold seems to be cresting. This timing is breathtaking. The comet born near the galactic center. So we have heart upon heart connecting. So this comet, carrying ancient crystalline light, reached its closest point on Earth on December the 19th. And the sun aligns with this galactic center around similar days with the winter solstice on December 21st. And following this is a rebirthing of light from the longest night. We have so many layers that are overlapping here. It is the angelic realm's words manifesting visibly in the sky a literal beacon of interstellar light arriving precisely when the sun's channeling galactic energies to Earth. During this solstice, the comet's green to gold glowing in its steady 1616 pulse. And with the collective attention upon this being, this feels like a physical expression of that promised illumination, flooding our hearts into our inner chamber, meeting those crystalline veils of our inner chambers in our heart, that space of void that is deep in the heart, which still some of the scientists are not clear as to why that exists. I'm talking about the physical heart here, which also connects with the spiritual, energetic heart. Many sensitives and channels describe this exact window that we are in as a major activation, higher frequencies pouring in, old galactic wounds, including the Mars Meldic memories, finally healing in light, and a tangible sense of the veil lifting. Many veils lifting around our heart and externally around the earth. And the angels, well, they didn't show that this process would be instant or it would be painless. They just showed me we were entering this time. And so here we are, 5 years later, in the heart of it. And our souls chose to be here at this time. And as all this was coming together for me, I was called to pick up a book that I purchased, I think, 2.5 years ago, because I was drawn to this person's images. And I'd only glanced through some of the writing in the book. And so everything is in divine timing, because I just got a nudge and I went and got the book and I was drawn to the last chapter. And he is speaking of this time in this book that was written in 1966. He is speaking of this time and 3iAtlas and humanity and many galactic beings. It literally has taken my breath away again. So I'm going to read the last few passages, paragraphs, in the last chapter, right to the last words of this book. The book is by H. Challoner and is called Regions of the Seven Spheres. He's referencing the celestial spheres of the planets, and the regions are the Deva, the angelic frequency. The cosmic messengers themselves are speaking profoundly through time. Each center of the indwelling life draws to itself by its own mysterious individual magnetism what it doth need for its expansion. As the mighty forces sweep in pulsations, dynamic energies upon man's little world, uniting all in the one, so doth the microcosm of man's body respond, each of his atoms recognizing, unfailing, in the majestic choir of its parent note. From stars, from planets, from energy generated, within the mysterious centers of the zodiacal signs, man draws his substance, gathering in particles he needs, building throughout his daily life by act and thought atoms of energy. And in like manner doth every living thing reflect the impress of planetary powers, transmutes them or receives them. There is no separate existence. The same breath vitalizes even those nameless ones into whose minds the Creator reflects his will. For even the greatest must receive and must transmute mysterious forces according to the same law as man in the development of the rhythm. This law is the universal key. The sacred doors are opened, and we, spirits of the far realms of space, are bidden now pour forth this new life in cosmic energies as yet unknown to man, and bring to him the messages of the spheres, revealing mysteries until now shrouded and concealed. Through us we stand upon the whirling circles of the seven spheres, who watch ever for the sign, waiting for the sacred note, who will live to create according to the will of him who made us, will sound forth the call to man to watch and wait and serve with us toward the union where he will find the consummation of his visions, all his aspirations. The God within will wait. He knoweth himself indestructible. When the man turneth toward within, the light, he will be there to lead him forth. When man desire at last to unite with the divine will, to play his part aright in the stupendous symphony of cosmic ideation, when he will learn the secrets of the stars, the ebb and flow of planetary waves which, like the sea, dissolve all things into their elements, when he would know how he can rule his own destiny through perfect comprehension of universal law, and learn to vibrate to the highest chord alone, blending in perfect harmony all conflicting elements. When he desires to see and comprehend the infinite in the small and the infinite in the great, and how he himself may balance these two extremes, between which he now hanged helplessly, caught within the web of his own ignorance, when he would learn to use these elements, drawing on powers which in him latent life, without knowledge of which the science and the scientist will seek for truth in vain, then he must turn to them who know and put his pride of intellect, his personal desires, his blind allegiance to instruments of finite sense humbly aside, and ask that he be shown the way to higher wisdom, that all his faculties be enlightened, so that he may glimpse the truth, no longer with the vision fallible human mind, but with the clear sight of eternity. He was driven into bitter exile, into the dark of the limitation of ignorance, where still he wanders blind and dumb, lost in the mists of separateness. Only when he hath learned control of emotion, harnessed his personal will, only when it hath become impossible to him ever to use our powers destructively, when through selfless love alone he doth desire to lift the veil from and live the veil from truth, and like unto us will evermore strive, work, exist according to the will of the one Lord of life, can he be reunited consciously to the Son of Light, which is himself. Then will the final veil be torn aside. Then will he behold the supernal glory of what he is, not darkly any more, but face to face, that which is beholding. He will himself become the light, the life, the truth, the way. So that passage from the regions of the seven spheres brought me to tears through my heart, with this synchronicity of opening the book for the first time, pulsing its way towards us, the 3iAtlas. I feel the universe itself is turning the page. The divine is leading the way. So this pulsations of dynamic energies for me as the 3iAtlas with its 16-hour heartbeats. From stars, from planets, man draws his substance, recognizing this interstellar visitor, born near the galactic center. When man desire at last to unite with divine will, to vibrate to the highest chord alone, blending in perfect harmony all conflicting elements, this is the alchemical journey, being traced from red to green to gold, root to heart to crown, transmuting separation and exile into unity. We are coming face to face with divinity. This is exactly the illumination the angelic realm spoke to me about in 2020. The comet, visible, pulsing, arriving at the moment the sun aligns with the galactic center just before winter solstice, is the living embodiment of channeler's vision. The spirits from far realms pouring forth new cosmic energies, revealing what was shrouded, inviting us to lift the veils through selfless love and harmony. We're not being led randomly. This book opened up for me and others. The messengers have arrived. The sacred note is sounding. The veil is thinning. At the start of December, I had a profound astral projection. I connected deeply with 3iAtlas and felt the presence of its Deva, the highest resonance and divine aspect of this being. Now, each of us, wherever we are resonating, whichever frequency and dimension, our imaginations, consciously, unconsciously, will be drawn to certain layers of interpretation. And this is my frequency. This is what I was seeing. This Deva has been in sacred communication with the Devas of planets, of suns and the moon, harmonizing cosmic energies across the solar system. This being, birthed far beyond our solar system, has been called forth to this place of new birthing, Mother Earth Gaia. As all life is evolving, so too does this ancient cosmic presence, who's showing us the way forward, reflecting us, guiding us through this transformation and awakening. It is a living example of evolution, a bridge between the stars and our planet, embodying the sacred dance of birth, death, and rebirth. The journey of 3iAtlas is marked by significant energetic milestones. It is suggested that the 3iAtlas crossed the helopause, the boundary where the sun's influence meets interstellar space, around 2015, symbolising a cosmic threshold and awakening for many star seeds and awakened souls. Maybe you can reflect back where you were. What happened to you? Were there any significant aha moments, awakenings, or people you knew around 2015. I know there were for me and those around me. So this crossing represents the entry into a new field of consciousness, a higher dimensional energetic space inviting expanded awareness. And then, around 2022, 3iAtlas encountered the energetic sphere of Pluto, a planet symbolizing deep transformation, rebirth, and the dissolution of old structures. Pluto's slow orbit and intense energy mark generational shifts, and this encounter signifies a phase of profound alchemical recalibration. It's a time of intense inner work, collective healing, and the breaking down of old patterns to make way for new life. This timeline, from the Hello Pause crossing in 2015 to the Pluto activation in 2022, reflects a multi-stage awakening process, moving from entering a new energetic field to undergoing deep transformation. It sets the stage for the final phases of 3iAtlas' journey towards Earth and the Sun, culminating in the alchemical phases we witness now. The alchemical phases of 3iAtlas. As of December of this time of recording, observations confirm that the comet's persistent greenish hue coma, glowing from diatomic carbon fluorescence, reveal there's an emerging golden tone, drawing just in time for the solstice. This progression mirrors a great work of alchemy. Base matter refined through solar fire, carrying interstellar memory as a time capsule of creation's spiral. So the red phase aligns with the root chakra and Saturn, symbolizing grounding, shadowy disillusion, the fiery end of Nigredo, the blackening phase. It ties to the root chakra's earthly stability and survival instincts, echoing Saturn's karmic lessons, boundaries, exile wounds, and thawing the frozen densities. Saturn, seen as the lord of time and structure, calls us to root deeply into Gaia's crystalline heart, shedding inverted matrix so we can come into alignment more and more into belonging, releasing that ancient wounding of being in exile. This phase remembers a deep homecoming, a remembering into the void, divine, feminine, primal womb. This is anchoring the unknown into our linear timeline. There's a vastness that we're being dropped into. And then the green phase is the heart chakra aligning with Venus. And Venus is seen as a sister of the Pleiades, the one that departed from the Palladian sisters to come that bit closer to the Earth and Mother Earth Gaia. So the green phase, now dominant, glows, embodies renewal and growth, and connects with the green lion, devouring old forms for compassionate rebirth. It aligns with the heart chakra of love, unity, emotional flow, mirroring Venus's harmonious essence, healing divisions and fostering collective thawing. Venus amplifies the breath of life force, syncing human hearts with Gaia's pulse. This stage heralds the comet's call from the edges of what is known and unknown, and stirring starseed remembrances and community building with the younger generation. The younger generation are receiving immense activations at this time. They will herald in the new way. We will be following the younger generation. into the new earth. And then with the whispers of gold signaling enlightenment, it's the philosopher's stone transmuting all into divine light. And this is not to say suddenly everybody is suddenly going to be awakened. This is just showing us what is possible, showing us reflecting this alchemical journey in the most grandest cosmic way, showing us who we are. And so the crown chakra of gold also links with violet ray. It's the final stages of purifying. It resonates with the sun's solar sovereignty, illumination, vitality, eternal rebirth. The sun catalyzes the spiral's apex beyond time, integrating known and unknown, physical and meta, activating inner chambers, downloading golden source energies. And this closes the second dark night with the fire upon fire breakthroughs, which is heralding in the Chinese New Year of the fire horse. Horse is fire and the element is fire. So it's fire upon fire. The pulsing of 3iAtlas is precisely 1616 hours, carries layers of spiritual resonance, especially in this moment of collective awakening. Astronomers report this rhythmic heartbeat in the comet's jets. It's like a cosmic Morse code from the edges of known and unknown. And this repetition evokes the angelic number of 1616. Again, balance, harmony, new beginnings, signalling a call to align our thoughts in positivity, releasing material attachments to the inverted matrix, embracing harmony. For many, this might come with heightened intuition, more synchronicities, maybe more purging, emotional releases, because it's urging us to come into the higher heart frequency. Many have observed 3iAtlas in its spinning orbit as it moves in its trajectory. And people are tuning in and they're sensing with this, some of them seeing there's jets, some of them they feel like arms, that it's a tesseract, a four-dimensional hypercube, a higher dimensional vessel of evolving consciousness. So as it journeys through space and time, it unfolds and rotates through dimensions beyond our usual perception. So in a way, there's an echo of a Merkaba there, and again, echoing our transmutation and evolution. As our Merkaba is activated, we are able to bridge across time and space and dimensions. So we are in incredible times. And as this recording, we are going to feel the presence of 3iAtlas, the closest to us, tomorrow. And then following that will be winter solstice. I've been sensing and also witnessing more and more hot-headedness, the ramping up of arguments, and also a pull in myself and those around me towards wanting to be in peace and quiet, in stillness, to go into reflection, to come into that place of harmony, quiet of the heart. that we can then dial down the noise, the distraction of the inverted matrix, the habitual addiction to conflict. Just calm our systems down so that we can listen to whatever is being communicated for us to receive. And so we can listen to that which has been activated within us individually. And then we can be with the pulsing of our heartbeat, with the heartbeat of Mother Earth Gaia and all these other divine beings. This is an invitation to consciously move through this momentous gateway and just tune in to what this means to us individually. So this completes my share, sending all of us always, always lots and lots of love. Many, many blessings. And thank you for listening.